Hey, what's up guys, this is Francisco Reacts with another One Piece reaction, and this time I'm gonna be reacting to One Piece chapter 1123 guys. The title is The Void Fortnight guys. On a child Yamato's On a child Yamato and the Holy Anari Shrine pilgrimage, enemies forced to share Odin. Okay, so now the kids that flipping Denjiro punished are now forced to share Odin with Yamato, the person that they despises because of the association with Kaido. So now these kids that were throwing stones at Yamato are being forced to share Odin with the person that they cannot stand, guys. So that is what is happening in this cover story, guys. But in terms of progression of the cover story, we still are not there where the progression is of such nature that it's not there yet. First page, guys. Agate Island respond. What's your status? Wake up, you guys. The straw hats are escaping. There, man, these guys got knocked out by flipping Joy Boy's hockey, guys. Joy Boy's hockey, for the love of God, man. Man, the last chapter, guys, was crazy, man. The surge of hockey knocking out vice admirals. Look at this. These are vice admirals that got knocked out by hockey. Next page. There, all of them are down. Man, they got knocked clean, man. Seriously, that's amazing. That was greater than red hairs, but it didn't seem hostile, did it? Look at that, man. Even flipping Dory, man. Even Dory is acknowledging that hockey was even greater than Shanks' hockey. Luffy's laughing there. Thanks for everything, Iron Giant, man. The Iron Giant went out like a boss, man. There, man. Next page. Alright, let's go while they're sleeping. We're getting out of here. You heard the captains. Let's go, you bastard. You bastard, though. There, Bunny, man. We're off to Elbaf, man. Yeah! We are going to Elbaf, finally. We are going to Elbaf. Vegapunk, what you said earlier isn't sitting right with me. Was this all some sort of gotcha moment for you? Hey now, I couldn't follow everything you were saying, but it was pretty outrageous, wasn't it? Everything Vegapunk said, man, was everything that we needed to hear, man. We needed to hear that. Agate 2 weeks prior. We are going back in time. There are some anomalous readings coming from the power station. You can say that again. Monitor for any fluctuations in particle density and neutron flux. The energy used by the Seraphim is meant to gradually increase over time. This could be a grave error if we miscalculated. Then we see Sokka, Pythagoras, the stellar body. Wait, Aren't these numbers different from our earlier confirmed readings? Yes, and the rate of reaction is increasing too, but the power station seems stable. This data seems to indicate that someone has tampered with the mother flame to steal its energy. You wanna fucking tell me that they knew from the start that it was York? Don't even tell me. Every single data point related to the power station has been carefully modified to pull this off. The culprit has to be. Don't even fucking tell me. A Vegapunk? Was it Lilith? I'm afraid the three of us are the only ones with ironclad alibis. An insane amount of energy was stolen. So we have to observe the other four to determine who is responsible, especially Lilith. We have to put our brains into offline stealth mode too. That's right. If our memories Wait a minute. If our memories of this gets get uploaded to punk records, then Lilith, I mean the culprit, will know we're onto them. What? So they suspected it to be one of them early on. So they did suspect one of them. 1 week before the present, attention, I've identified the culprit. It's York Pythagoras. What? Holy fuck. Was this before York blew his head off? Pythagoras knew that it was York even before she blew his head off. And he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. The memories she's been synchronizing with punk records are phony. I've also confirmed that the surveillance snails at the scene of the crime were tampered with too. Why would she do such a thing? And my bad, Lilith. So Pythagoras knew that it was Lilith even before she blew his head off. I've also found evidence that suggests someone deployed the weaponized CPs without authorization. A jamming white transponder snail was also found in our investigation. I know we can reconstruct the call data directly from our long-distance transponder snail. Dr. Vegapunk is researching the Void Century. She rang Marijua. No wonder Cypherpole keeps coming here to snoop around. I can still not believe that Pythagoras knew that it was York, and yet he didn't say anything. This, mind you, this was before York blew his head off, guys. He had so much time to relay to us that York was the traitor. So Sokka and the Stella body knew that it was York. But why the hell did they act like they didn't know who it was? Why did they act like that? 6 days before the present, the kingdom of Lucia has been erased. The details are still a bit foggy, but I have a bad feeling about this. Pythagoras observed any changes. Pythagoras observed any changes to the sea levels and monitored all wireless transmissions. Yes, sir. Do you think this has something to do with the theft of the mother flame? I'm sure of it. That portion of the flame must have been delivered to the government by one of the weaponized sea beasts. If you'll permit me to indulge in pure conjecture, it seems plausible that the world government possesses one of the ancient weapons, and that is Uranus, man. And they must have needed the mother flame energy that York stole to feel it. We'll see if the evidence supports my conclusion. Even if this deduction is sound, it's hard to speak it aloud. It's my fault after all. Only a fool lets their greed run amok, and I went and personified mine. Is there any benefit to apprehending York now that we know? No, it's too late for that. York's motives are irrelevant now. They will still come to erase anyone who knows of the Void Century. York already demonstrated her worth to them by rashly handing over the mother flame. The best we can do is use that trust as an opportunity to determine their intent for the flame and try to mitigate the damage. Stella, we still have a chance to escape if we flee now. Prepare a boat for the other residents, Quasar. They still have a shot of escaping Agate. But it'll be impossible for us. The Navy will have issued secret orders to every branch and base by now. They'll cause They'll cause us to They'll chase us to the ends of the world, and our inevitable deaths will be meaningless. At last, here on Agate, we have something O'Hara didn't 22 years ago. We have the means and equipment to amplify our voices as far and wide as possible. Man, this is crazy, guys. What exactly is the world government? The closer I get, the more shrouded it becomes. My lord, man. If I must die, I will sell my life dearly. I apologize for wrapping you two into this. Don't be silly. We're vagabonds just like you. We're all thinking the same thing. Just one issue, Stella. What exactly constitutes death for someone like us? Good point. But you see here, guys, while that brain is still functioning, Vegapunk isn't really dead. You know what? While Vegapunk's brain is still functioning, he isn't really dead, man. All of the knowledge that Vegapunk gathered are in that brain. There's so much knowledge in there, guys. Vegapunk isn't really dead. He isn't. There is one other thing we must safeguard. Our cloud loft technology to manufacture artificial island clouds. It may be pivotal in saving humanity in the near future. Huh? Stella, what are you doing here? Oh, is that you, York? You know, same old, same old. This is when the Iron Giant was still laying dormant in the scrapyard. 2 days before the present. Go ahead and speak now. The recording has begun. Ah, mic check, mic check. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Attention, world. Hello there. This is Dr. Vegapunk, the world's greatest and most humble scientific genius. What we said will come as a big shock, right? Maybe, but everyone has a right to know the truth. No one will ever expect this transponder snail to be hidden here. My death will trigger the message to be sent out worldwide, man. We need to ensure that no one finds out till it's too late. Any abnormality in our behavior could be a tip-off that spoils our plans. Erasing our own memories is the safest bets. And then you see the synchronization between the Vegapunks that are now dead, man. So they synchronized to trigger the dead man switch, man. Pythagoras saga in the stellar body synchronized to trigger this dead man switch, man. Interesting. That said, there will be consequences. We'll lose all memories related to this matter. The fact that York stole the Mother Flame, the fact that our lives are currently at stake. So that's why, that is why Pythagoras didn't know anything about York's betrayal, because his memory was wiped. It makes all sense now why they were so shocked, why they didn't know who it could be, the traitor, because their memories were erased. Now it all makes sense. Now it all makes sense. We'll have to suffer through all those bomb cells all over again. Indeed, the fear we feel for our lives will be brand new to us. But we have put our countermeasures in place, even if things go sideways. So they erased all of their memories, and that's why what Vegapunk is saying here, the fear we feel for our lives will be brand new to us. So that's why they feared who this person could be, man, because it was all new to us. Their memories was erased. It became all new for them. It'll still be our victory, and that's exactly what it is. At the end of the day, victory still belongs to us. The Memory Mass Research Lab. What are we doing here? Good morning. Wait, this is my handwriting. Good morning, everybody. You'll find that you three have a missing fortnight's worth of memories that were wiped off your own volition. A number of things will probably come as a surprise because of this, which is ironically pretty amusing. I will tell you one thing though. That was ingenious though. You know what? That was ingenious. Them erasing their own memories, man. That was actually ingenious. The world government has found out about our research into the void century. Huh? They found out? I have already taken the best precautions possible. You will just have to put your faith in me and die. Am I really telling myself to go die? Oh, and one last thing. Stella, Emperor, Straw Hat, Screw, and Bonnie have just made landfall. What? Cypherball is approaching too. What? There's also a naval armada coming to blockade the island. What? All of these things are just flooding Vegapunk, man. All of these things happening, man, that he didn't expect, man, because his memory was erased, man. Remember, he wiped his own memory, so all of this is new to him. Before, he anticipated this, man, but because his memory was wiped, it's all new to him. Admiral Kizaru and Elder Saint Saren seem to be with them. After we rescue Bonnie from down there, I think I'd be best if I stayed up. If I'd stayed put. Huh? You'll die. You don't need to help me escape anymore. I've thought about it. Just let me die here. What? Do you have a death wish? Far from it. But I've come to believe that my death will set something important into motion. This is gonna be a big mess. We can't just sit there and watch you die. We've gotta do something. One more thing. It's about the One Piece. What about it? I want you guys. Here's to you reuniting with old friends. I want you guys, wait a minute, to be the ones who find it. Hold on, do this later. Wait for me. Woo, woo, we're off to the land of my dreams, Elbaf. There we go, man. One last big kababa, man. Let's go. Let's flipping go to Elbaf. This is it, man. We are going to Elbaf, man. No break next week. There isn't a break. Thank God. Yo, dudes. My goodness gracious me, man. This is it, man. What Vegapunk did, man. With flipping Sokka and Pythagoras, man. Them wiping their own memories, man. Everything that happened, that we saw, were all new to them. Before they knew who the traitor were. But after the memories got wiped, it became all new to them, man. They were just as in the dark as us, man, when it came to the traitor, man. That is crazy, man. No flipping wonder. They didn't know who the traitor were because they wiped their own memories. They took a gamble in doing so, and it paid off in the end. The Deathmatch switch got triggered. Vegapunk got a lot of the Void Sentry out there. And on top of that, we overcame the odds. And on top of that, we still claimed victory, man. Just look at these things that happened, man. That Vegapunk set into motion. This is crazy, man. Wow. Vegapunk is a genius for a reason, man. When you look at what he's doing, man, the plans that he implements, man, the type of character he is, man, you cannot help but to agree with Oda's assessment that says that Vegapunk is the greatest genius, man. You cannot help but to agree, man, because how his mind works, man. Vegapunk is the type of character that doesn't care for the here and now. He always sees into the future, man. He always makes future plans, and that is exactly what he did here. And that is exactly what he did here, man. He came through for us again, man. By erasing his own memories, man. Unbelievable, man. And this final panel, man, of the warrior pirates, man, setting off to Elbaf, man, with the destroyers, man. Look at this, man. Look at Luffy, man. Grandpa Luffy, man, all shriveled up, man, after Gear 5. That is crazy, man. But yeah, man, this was a fun chapter, man. Everything that happened in this chapter, man. This was a Vegapunk centric chapter, man. We needed this chapter, guys. We needed to know what happened. And that's exactly what we found out in this chapter, man. How Vegapunk's brain works, man. How his mind works, man. And speaking of Vegapunk's brain, man, his actual brain that is flipping, still functioning, man. That is still gonna come into play, man. Mark my words. That is gonna come into play, man. One way or another, man. Vegapunk isn't dead yet, man. He isn't dead. He's far from it, man. Now see you in the next reaction, guys. Goodbye, guys.